everyone had a wonderful Christmas day and that each family enjoyed their time together. Although many of us are still recovering from the busy holiday, preparations for the new year are already underway. I know we are all eager to welcome and embrace the coming year, and I too look forward to the opportunities it will bring. Okay, I just want to explain myself here. I know I already mentioned this in the description of one of my videos, but let me say it again. The reason I force myself to speak English, even though my soul is screaming no, because it's because my husband watches every video I upload. So I want him to understand what is happening without sitting there like, why is my wife speaking in riddles? So please excuse me if some parts of my English sound questionable. It is not our first language, and I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm just trying my best to make sure my husband doesn't need subtitles for his own wife. So, this is the second time around that I light up a candles here. So, as you know, it is the 28th of December here in Canada, a day I will never forget. But in the Philippines, I think it's already 29th, yeah, in the morning. So like I said, it's 28 here. So a day I will never forget. And it's the day my mother passed away. Yeah, I remember Christmas had just passed, but instead of celebrating it, I was already mourning before the new year because of her loss. Yeah, you heard it right. So today I have candles in front of me here. Yeah, two. Earlier this morning I lit off 3 candles. I light them to honor her, as I've done for the past 5 years, and I always want her to be remembered, even though she's no longer here. So this is the least I can do for her. I hope her soul rests in peace and remains in the loving hands of the Almighty Father. I feel like I wanna cry. You know why? I'm stuttering. Oh. Nasaan ka man ngayon, Mother? Like what I said, I hope your soul rests in peace and remains in the loving hands of the Almighty Father. So my husband just got home, got a few grocery for today, and then I'm listing a new grocery to pick up for tomorrow, and this is for the New Year's preparation, right, babe?
Yeah.
So I have all of this, like the fruits. We're not gonna buy lots, so I'm only getting few fruits like plum, oranges, pineapple, grapes, apple, peaches, which I'm just setting it on the table for the new year. So, and then box of spring roll, so I don't have to make homemade too much to do that. At this point, I brought up the issue in the Philippines where families are being challenged to prepare a New Year's feast with only 500 pesos. So I asked him if that would work for a family with 3 or more kids. And since he's a Canadian, and because spending habits and prices are very different here, So I still wanted to hear his input. So yeah, my husband shared his point of view, and then he explained that it's simply not realistic for everyone. So he even added that with the current cost of living and the way food prices are skyrocketing everywhere, which is true. So it's even harder, and he's absolutely right. So for me, my husband point makes sense. I know food prices in the Philippines have been climbing, and essentials like rice, meat, and vegetables aren't as affordable as they used to be. So inflation isn't just a Philippine problem, it's happening everywhere. Even here in Canada, where incomes are higher, even $20 doesn't go far anymore. So when my husband say it's not realistic for everyone, it means he's acknowledging that families have different circumstances and not everyone has the same access to resources.
Mamimili kami ng pang ano namin, pang preparation namin sa New Year. So, nag-aantay na yung asawa ko sa labas.
That old windmill's turning slow, like the days I can't let go. I keep your voice between the lines of every song that I can write. The porch light fades, the night gets through, but I still see the shape of you. Maybe I'll forget you someday soon. The sky stops bleeding blue and the clock hands lose their will to move, and the past stops coming through. Maybe I'll forget you, but tonight I don't want to.
Finally, nakauwi na rin kami galing sa pamimili ng kakailanganin namin sa New Year's Eve. And we didn't overdo the grocery shopping because, as I mentioned, there are only 3 of us celebrating New Year's Eve at home. But before I forget, my daughter informed me that her friend will be joining us and staying overnight on New Year's Eve. She also spent the holiday with us last year, and as you can see, most of what I purchased consists of fruits, mostly fruits, and along with meat and other ingredients needed for cooking. Fortunately, I was able to find buko meat, which is one of the ingredients I need for my fruit salad. However, I have to say this, I no longer feel comfortable shopping, not just in this place but anywhere, because some people here make customer feels as if they're doing something wrong. It's disrespectful and completely unnecessary. I understand that theft is a real issue nowadays, but that does not justify treating people poorly or going overboard with suspicion. And in my own observations, there are also a few Filipino workers who seem to rely heavily on their long years of service, which sometimes leads to behavior that comes across as judgmental or dismissive. I don't believe that was their intention, but it still affects how people feel. So I've reached a point where I need to calmly assert my boundaries and ensure that I am treated with respect, just as I strive to treat others the same way. So sa point na to, sa video na to, yung anak ko saka yung best friend niya na mag-spend ng New Year sa amin, nag-hangout sila para mag-skateboarding dito. So pinayagan ko since na para ma-enjoy naman yan dahil lagi lang nakakulong dito sa bahay. So yeah, yan nakikita nyo. Yan yung pinaka libangan nila dito. Hindi lang yung anak ko, kundi yung mostly yung mga Canadian kids.
Of every song that I can write, the porch light fades, the night gets through, but I still see the shape of you. Maybe I'll forget you someday soon. The sky stops bleeding blue, and the clock hands lose their will.
So, I already mentioned this package in my last video, but here it finally is. My husband ordered this parcel as a Christmas present for me, though it arrived much later than expected, probably because of the holiday backlog or the weather delays. So instead of going through every single item one by one, I'll just give you a quick look in this video so you can see everything for yourself. So here are the moments when we shared food together. It was a simple spread, not too many dishes, but just enough for the four of us to enjoy. My husband and I aren't heavy eaters, and in the past we often ended up throwing away leftovers that spoiled the next day. So that's why I chose to keep things simple this time, and honestly, it made the moment feel even more meaningful. So anyway, I'll end up my videos here. At that time, I hadn't slept for 2 days because of my medical issues, and I was completely exhausted, physically and emotionally. I had also missed a few days of my medication after finishing my last battle, and with the doctor on holiday break, I had no choice but to wait. It was a tough moment, but I'm grateful I made it through. So Happy New Year to everyone. May you welcome the coming year with hope, kindness, and a heart full of positivity.
I still see the shape of you. Someday soon, the sky stops bleeding blue, and the clock hands